hopefully this is streaming. I gotta go check. Yes, okay, so we are live. So, let's start. If you are in here now and you can't, let's get you. Yes, if you're here and you can, I can't see at all, so sorry if I'm not responsive to comments. It's just that I can't see y'all. But we're gonna be making some Grecian gods because just a few of the main 12, 4 of them, I think. So we're just gonna quickly do that. And yeah. So if you just want to put this stream on in the background, that's fine. Because, I'm not doing too much during this. Except for making characters and listening to me most likely ramble on about weird and dumb stuff. Because that's what I like to do. That sounds sad. But, oh well. Making Hephaestus, which is he's a good I like him. He's a good character. He is supposed to be like the mechanical broken child, which is sad, but I still like his character. Like his eyes uneven. Make it where he has a broken eye. Even if it makes him look cool. We're still doing it. And he should have some scars on his face. Because he was originally thrown from Mount Olympus to below freaking ground by his own mother. But, so yeah. If you didn't know the story, I'll tell it right now, but very quickly. So basically, Hephaestus, Hera was getting really for being unfaithful, and so she was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a child all on my own. And she did, but she produced Hephaestus, which she thought was very, very ugly, and so she just kind of tossed him from Mount Olympus. And he was taken in by, some mortals or something, I think. And they, took care of him. And he was like, you know what, I want to go see my actual freaking mother. Because as much as I love y'all, we need to confront her. And so they're his family's pretty supportive. They're like, yeah, okay, just, have fun, don't die. And so, he gets on his nice donkey. And he is traveling up to Mount Olympus. And since he's a god, he can go up there. Mortals can't really go up there because air and stuff. So he's walking up there, and he gets there, and everyone is like, "Oh snap! It's weren't you tossed off of Mount Olympus?" And he was like, yeah, I was, by my own mother. And they all turn, look at Hera, and she's like, oh snap, that was me? And so, to make up for it, she's like, what? Do you want to get married to, the most beautiful goddess that we have here? Yeah. Take Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. Yeah, take her and just, don't kill us, please. And so he's like, you know what, fine, fair enough. don't like y'all anyways, so I mean, whatever. But, you know, Aphrodite obviously isn't too thrilled to have, like, a very ugly to be her husband, and so she's like, you know what, I'm gonna cheat on you with Ares, yeah, because that's a good idea. And so, you know, he figures out that she's cheating, and he's like, that's, wow, rude, gonna embarrass y'all. And so he basically, like, traps them in the act of that, and he, like, calls all the gods, and he's like, you want to see something real stupid and embarrassing? Come with me. And they're like, what? Okay. And they find them, and they end up, you know, giggling at them. And they're like, okay, let them go now. And he's like, no, they should be embarrassed. And it's like, you know what? No, Hephaestus, you've got to let them go. And he's like, no, I won't. I don't like them. You know, he eventually lets them go. He's nice. And that's his story. And he's like one of the best Greek gods. He's really sweet. I like him. He's one of my favorite stories out there because of embarrassing Aphrodite. She sucks, by the way. She sucks really bad. So, I'm glad that revenge was taken. But this is Hephaestus. We're almost done. Just extra details. Like some safety glasses because he was a mechanic. And that's him. He looks pretty good. Now we're gonna go on to Demeter, who is the goddess of agriculture and stuff, like the food and all that. And so, she doesn't really have a story besides Persephone's story, so I guess I'll tell that. So, you know Zeus, unfaithful little creep. He was like, Demeter's really pretty. I want her. But Demeter was like, no, I know you. You mean and bad, ugly. And so he was like chasing her around to a snake and goes into the hole, but like all Greek gods can shapeshift. And so that wasn't the best idea on her part because she gets trapped, and then she ends up having Persephone. But like she loves Persephone. She's like, dang, I really like this girl. She's my daughter, and I really like her. So while I'm mad at Zeus, I'm happy that she's here. But then you know that thing with Hades happens. And that's all. So, yeah, she's a pretty good mom. So she can be, and she spends a lot of her time, I think, in like the mortal realm instead of on the Scott Olympus with the other Grecians or whatever. And so, you know, she doesn't know how a lot of the things that go on up there, and probably really doesn't care for the things that go on there, really, because she has better things to do, like making sure the mortals don't die, because, you know, that's how they get offerings, and, you know, they like offerings. Offerings are pretty nice, so it would be a bummer to, like, stop getting those. So she's like, you know what, I'll feed them. They used to just try to kill them. But, I mean, she's not that interesting, to be honest. Besides the whole there. She doesn't do much, which is good. I guess. I mean, but I'd say personality, I feel like she's a very traditional mother. And that's just based on how she acts and protects Persephone. She seems nice, you know. much as people like to hate her for not letting Persephone be with Hades, it makes sense. You wouldn't want your daughter to go off with the god of death and stuff, but, you know, she's happy. That's what we should really focus on. The happiness of Persephone. Who's like one of my favorite gay characters. Just ever. Because she's a very sweet, nice character. The original story, Hades didn't even kidnap her. She just wandered in like, hey, I'm here. And she just was like, I am in love with you and I'm not leaving. Okay. Time for Artemis. Now, Artemis is, I don't know. But anyways, Artemis is the sister. And she was actually born on the same day as me, which is funky. But, you know, she's really cool. She's, like, girls. She's, like, the protector of girls. And she's, like, never in a relationship. She doesn't like men, which is understandable. I mean, seeing how, like, Zeus acts and stuff. It's pretty relatable. I wouldn't really like men either if I were her. But, you know, she's kind of vibing on her own terms. She has a little cult of girls that follow her around. I'd say she probably has very wild hair, seeing as she's running around in the woods. Because I don't think you'd have very clean hair if you were just running around in the woods a lot, even though they do take baths in, like, rivers and stuff. And she's very, I'd say she's pretty nice. I mean, she is a god, and so they kind of can be a little mean sometimes. Like, she's made some people blind and stuff. But, you know, it was for, I don't know if it was for a good reason, really. That's a lie. It wasn't for a good reason. It's because this old man accidentally saw them, like, naked, and he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And it's like, well, dang it, I don't want to kill you, because, like, you didn't mean to, but also, you can't, like, look at me. You can't look at my girls. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna make you blind. That couldn't work. And so, he got blinded. And he's like, you know what, this isn't that bad. It's better than not being alive. And so, yeah. But she, pretty cool. I like her. She's also, like, childbirth, which I think is kind of ironic. Seeing as she's never gonna give birth or have children. I'd call it a kind of useless power, or useless god power, but you know, whatever, she can do whatever she wants. She's a goddess, quite literally. And, if I had to headcanon her for anything, she'd probably be friends with, like, Athena and stuff. Because she, you know, Athena is also kind of like, I hate men. Because Zeus, her father, Zeus is like fathering half the people in this thing. Like, as much people go, ew, wait, aren't those two related? And like, in Greek, all the gods are related somehow. So, no, you just kind of get, it kind of just goes away, the weirdness of two gods, you know, dating, like Hades and Persephone. Technically, that's her uncle, but, we don't think, we like to think that they're not related. Gods don't have that kind of relationship. Plus, the Greeks, like, intentionally made them to be very weird, and kind of like that, and so, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, but, it's still weird, but, you know, you can kind of look past it, because it's, yeah, I'm not noble reasons, but, you know, all gods are like that. most of them are related to Zeus. Like, there's only a few gods I don't think are related to Zeus. Scratch that. I don't think there's any gods that aren't related to Zeus. Find me one, and I'll, like, be very surprised. Because I think most of the 12 gods are born from Kronos or Zeus messing around. Like, Artemis was Zeus. She came from Zeus. Ares is Zeus's child. Technically, no. That's not, yes, he is. Hephaestus is technically related to Zeus because Hera is related to Zeus. So it's kind of like it's weird. Greek gods are weird. They're kind of weird. Just a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a tiny baby. But she also seems like the type of person to, like, not wear skirts. Not because she's not like other girls, just because she finds them uncomfortable. And she'd be, I feel like, more brutish and, like, manly than the other girls. Because that's, I don't know, she seems like I don't really care. I'm gonna do whatever the heck I want kind of person. And that's fine, you know? That's how much I don't know what to do with her outfit, if you couldn't tell. I was thinking maybe, do some raps. Because, like, she's injured. Oh, no, because that looks weird. Give her a crop top so she can move easily throughout when she's hunting. Because it's aesthetically pleasing and also, I'd say practical. I'm trying to give them, like, kind of comfy and nice outfits instead of, like, a classic Greek god, because, I don't know why. I think it's just more fun to give them nice, normal clothes instead of them having the Greek god clothes. It gives them more personality too. Because they all look the same, you can't really tell except for, like, maybe hair color. But, oh wait, what's hers? She has, like, an owl, right? Yeah. No, wait, that says... Nature girls get this. And then here, that's the rule. Now it's time for Ares. Now, Ares has to be probably... He's a fun character. Not my favorite. He's funny, though. He's funny. He kind of sucks, to be honest. To be 100% real. He's kind of mean. But he's also kind of... He can be sweet when he wants to. And he knows... He's also kind of a baby when it comes to fighting. Even if he's like a... Even if he's a fighting god, sometimes he can be a little wimpy. And he's not very smart when he fights. Even if he's the god of fighting, he's not the god of strategy, like Athena. So he just kind of like, you know what, it's nerf for nothing. Let's go. And he goes out and attacks. He's not really committed to anybody besides, like, Aphrodite, I guess, but they really haven't, like, they're not married or anything. They're just kind of, like, dating, question mark? I don't even know if you can call it dating. They're just kind of, like, sometimes together, sometimes not. Because he's had affairs with mortals before. Alright, he's had a few. So, you know, he's, like, not... I mean, most of the gods... He's not committed to anyone that I know from, besides, you know, Aphrodite. And, like, I think he created the... No, he didn't create the Oh, what are they called? It's those ladies, and they fight in the like jungle, and like, oh no, I'll have to look that up later. But yeah, he like he had an affair with their leader, but you know, and made like the children of the leader, but you know, he's not a great guy. He's not the, but you know, I like him. He's not too bad. Too bad. Not Zeus. We don't like Zeus in this household. If you like Zeus, get out. Because Zeus is a meanie. That's an understatement, by the way. He is more than a meanie head, but, you know. I don't know if we can get into detail of all what this god's done. But, he wear, like, these kind of military uniforms, I guess, but in red, because he's edgy and emo, and not like other gods, I guess. I don't know. And we're gonna put rock and roll bands on him. Let's go. He's a rock star. And we're gonna give him some pretty cool scar runes because God of War, and he's cool. He's gotta be cool, bro. He like thrives off of anger and stuff, so you know. And we'll give him a little patch on his face, because he's always vibing and stuff. Always wrestling and tussling. If you couldn't tell, I'm a big God fan, and I've read about it for a while. I don't know, it's just interesting, because it's not like the classic Christian God you think about, where he's like, the best person ever, and stuff. Greek gods are more realistic and human, and like, they make mistakes and are kind of suck, like a lot. For example, let's talk about Athena's story, or how spiders were made. It started out with this girl who was very talented at like making these beautiful like what are they called? Not carpets, banners, I guess. And you know, she was so talented, and everyone was like, "Whoa, you're so cool." And Athena heard her like boasting about how she was better than Athena. Not gonna fly for a Greek god. And so, you know, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna come down like as an old lady and try to convince this girl that she got her gift from Athena. But after she was like, no, I worked on this gift myself, Athena didn't. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna pop up as Athena and, you know, bully her, basically. And, you know, she popped up as Athena, and obviously the girl was scared. She was like, I'm gonna maintain my cool, because, you know, that's what we do. And then she was challenged to a contest to see who could create the best banner, and Athena made all the gauze and all what they do really cool. But the other girl, her name was Arachne, I think. She made the bad the Greeks have done, and it was way better than Athena's. And Athena got jealous. She was like, what? No, you weren't supposed to do better. And, you know, she got so mad that she turned the person into a freaking spooter. And, you know, she was like, oh, snap, I just did that. And, you know, he's like, you know what, that's your punishment. These are all of your children gonna be spiders. And, you know, that's why Athena hates spiders, and why spiders hate her. Anyways, I should probably check the stream real quick. But yeah, so, and you know, that's why Athena hates spiders and spiders. How long have I been live for? It's 26 seconds ago, you liar. Let me check. 24 minutes ago. Okay. Well, you know what? Fair enough. I make Greek gods fairly quickly. Look at all those. Let me go to IPS Paint real quick and check off Ares, Artemis, Demeter, and Hephaestus. Oh, look at that. All the main ones are the best. Okay, wait. There they are. I'll try it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's only 10 spaces, so you can't get all the Greek gods in here. But we'll try. Where's Hera? Hera. Hello. And okay, and then wait, we can fit like maybe one more. Poseidon. You know what? Look at that. These are just some of the nice Greek goddess. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. If you are watching. Thank you for watching, and I will see some of the